We're back. We're cooking. Finally, we're going to show you some really good tips. So we'll wait for it to go through really fast to make sure. But we're going to start, we're going to show you our pie, our rolls, and then there's going to, probably the turkey tomorrow, right?
Probably the turkey tomorrow. We don't want to show too much because we have a big cooking class tonight.
We have a big cooking class. It seems like a lot of you are interested for Utah. So maybe we have to talk about that.
Oh, I don't know about that. Lizzie's the one that's rocking it. She's doing it.
No, the cooking class in maybe Utah for the Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. If anybody wants a cooking class in Utah.
So
sure,
we'll talk about it, whatever. But okay, let's get started. We're going with the pie, okay? So talk about how you do your pie.
So, really fast. Pie dough is intimidating, but it doesn't need to be. So, let's get started. What we need to make a single crust pie dough is a cup of flour and a fourth. So, a fourth and a cup of flour.
You can ask questions.
Please ask as we go along.
Can anybody see us too?
Then we'll have a half of teaspoon of salt. And of course, it's our French salt because we use it in everything. Okay? We use it in everything we do. And then we'll just give it a stir like this with a fork. Okay? Then we're going to add a fourth of a cup shortening. Now, the reason why I love shortening in my pie dough is because it makes the pie super flaky. That's what I love about using shortening, but I also use butter for the flavor. So,
hold on.
So we need, are you getting this?
Well, I just didn't really.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. We are not professionals yet.
Did you get it? Okay.
I'm trying to get it situated. Someone just said, I love your pie dough.
So, oh, thank you. So 1/4 cup, 1/4 cup shortening plus 2 tablespoons to make a single crust pie. Okay, then we like to take our pastry blender and we're just going to sort of blend this around. Now we use butter for flavor and there's only 2 tablespoons of butter in the single crust pie dough, but we keep it in the fridge or freezer. Either way, it doesn't matter, but we work quickly because we have to have super cold water that we're working with. So we have our water ready. It has a lot of ice cubes in there.
Okay, so just say your essentials really fast. You gotta have like a good bowl.
Right.
You gotta have your pastry blender.
If you don't have one, you can use 2 forks.
Okay. And then you need some cold ice water that's been sitting for a minute, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
So we've added our salt and our shortenings and
a joke.
And let's see, we've added our flour, our salt, and our shortening so far. Now, all we need to do is add our butter and our ice water.
So why do you think your pie crust is the best, Mom?
Oh, it's easy. It's easy to make. There's not that many steps to it. And I know so many people make it super complicated with putting everything in the fridge and in the freezer. And I don't know, maybe that product is so much better. It could be, but this is for the everyday person who wants to know how to do it. So Lizzie, will you give me the cold butter out of the fridge? Or do you want me to since you're holding that?
Just you.
Okay. We thought we were ready with this all set up to work for both of us because I wanted Lizzie to be making pie dough right along with me. Is there no way?
Well, we didn't buy the best tripod, I guess, to really show this, but just 1 second.
Okay, we'll see if she can get it.
I'm trying to get it.
Now,
so just keep going.
Okay, now we have our 2 tablespoons of cold butter.
Oh.
Okay.
Are you guys seeing this good? Can somebody just tell me if you are seeing it? Because we don't really understand from your end. Please.
Should we start over or is it okay?
No, it's good. Okay. Go.
So we've just cut the butter up, super cold butter, and I was using Land O'Lakes there. Regular butter, not unsalted.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now we're just putting, we're just going to take our hands and just sort of see if it feels like and maybe is the size of peas. And once we think we've got it about like that, we don't want to work with it too much. Then we need a few tablespoons of ice water.
So why do you think some people have problem with pie dough?
I don't think they're
have
using.
certain tricks?
Sure. Well, I don't think they're using ice water. Possibly, we put 3 tablespoons in so far, and we'll see if we need to add a little more. People usually add too much flour to their pie dough, or they don't use cold butter. Let's put another tablespoon and almost a half in here. And it's sort of like when we show you how to make our bread, as soon as you see it sort of come away from the sides, it's really enough liquid. The recipe, any pie dough recipe will call for 1/4 to 1/2 cup, 1/4 to 3/4 cups, or 3 to 10 tablespoons, whatever. It's because, again, the kind of flour you're using, the weather. So when it looked like that, just like that, we take it out of the bowl, okay? And then we make sure to get some good flour underneath. Now, you want to be ready with everything when you do your pie dough, because you don't want your butter to unthaw. We want it, because the whole trick of the butter, it's going to, as the pie bakes, it's going to send out just yummy flavor. And like I said, the Crisco is going to make it flaky. So we sort of take the palm of our hand and we kind of make a circle about as flat as we can. We want to make sure there's still plenty of flour underneath there, because we have to roll it out, okay? But not too much, but we're working quickly. I love Lizzie's marble rolling pin for pie dough. Oh,
yeah, for pastries, it's really good.
So nice.
And this we got at World Market too for super cheap. So we love World Market.
It's so nice. I actually have my rolling pin that I've been using forever for pastry from Sur La Table.
And you guys can ask anything. Don't feel like we're here for you. So
right. So
ask what you want.
We're gonna just kind of slide it around, but we're also going to make sure that there's flour underneath. But as we kind of do a 1/4 inch, turns to try to keep it round and in the pie shape.
So what happens if it starts falling apart?
If it starts falling apart, you've probably not got enough liquid. If it starts,
can you just patch it back together?
Yes, and I've patched it a million times. But you've probably not got enough liquid. But oh my goodness, this.
So do you try to roll it a little bit more like over the pan, right?
Okay, so what we're going to do is we take the pan now. We're using this one. It's a fun one that we actually got in France.
We're on her mission too.
Well, it was in France, but
yeah.
This is so fun. So we put the pan here. This is about the size you need. Anywhere from an 8.5 to a 9.5 will work. So we put our pie pan down there. Looks pretty good. Lizzie, let me show that pan that you ran down to the local market and bought. It's too big. This one is too deep and it's too big. She needs to take that back.
Oh my gosh.
Or use it for a million other things. Whoops. Okay, then we've just about got it the size that we need. We're going to hope now. We start from the back here, Lizzie. Mm-hmm. And I want you to help me with this. Mm-hmm. Start from the back.
So you put nothing
I
down
actually
on
wanted
your pie
Lizzie
pan.
making pie dough at the same time I was, but it didn't work out. So we kind of roll it onto our rolling pin, which makes it a little bit easier.
Nothing down?
No, nothing in here. No, we don't need anything. We have plenty of shortening and butter. So we'll just take this, Lizzie, you come and do it.
What are we making today? Okay, so right now we're showing you her pie.
So
is that what you mean?
Kind of come and go over.
It's
okay,
kind of falling apart.
yeah,
So what do we do?
no, whoops. Okay, that's okay. We just sort of adjust, okay? We lost some of it, but that's okay.
How thick do you roll it out? Would you say?
So it's perfect. We lost some of it.
Huh?
How thick do we roll it out?
Yeah.
About 1/4. Okay. Lost a little bit of it. So we're just going to show you how to patch it. That's fine.
Are we showing him the top, or are we just doing this?
No, we're just showing them a one crust pie because most people are making pumpkin pie. So we want to go around.
Yeah, show your little trick how you do this. This is what is so neat.
It's exactly like this.
Well, how do you do it?
Well, first I'm going to get the dough sort of underneath like this. Go around and make sure that the dough will be ready to pinch it. So that was easy, wasn't it? And we even lost a little bit of it when we
just patched it back.
Yeah,
or?
we just patched it up. Usually that won't happen. Okay, and then we just take and we pinch. So again, the shortening is for the flakiness. The butter is for the flavor. Super easy pie dough recipe. It's the one I've been making since I was 16 or before.
Okay.
Just pinch like this, and then
You want me to show the rolls? The
yeah, oh yeah, show those. Pinch like
Did
that.
you make this up?
And that's yes.
Okay. I've always said that my mom made these up.
We actually, I think we made it up in my own family 100 years ago.
Okay, well, you're in your own family. But look, so when you have some leftover dough, pie dough, she would always make jam roll-ups. Have you guys ever heard of these or had these? Anyway, so we love these. She puts, this is strawberry jam. She puts blackberry. Anything you have.
Homemade or otherwise.
Homemade. Will you be sharing the recipes? Yeah, we will share the recipes.
These are all in our book.
This is all in our cookbook though too.
Book 1.
Book number 1. But anyways, these are so fun. I don't know why, but as a kid, when my mom was making pie, I was always super excited for this part of it. They're really good. I've already had 2 of them. But it's fun. It's a really fun thing.
Well, I almost like it more than the pie sometimes.
Look, I've already had like 2.
Yeah. I almost like it more than the pie sometimes. Okay, so our pie dough is done.
We need a better tripod.
It's ready to go. And we really didn't have that many steps to it, did we?
No.
You think you can do it?
So easy. You can do it.
Okay, it's as easy as pie. And you saw how I had to patch it.
Yeah. Now what are we doing?
Okay, put it over there.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to show you how to mix up.
So wait, when you normally do the apple pie, don't you do
a double press?
A double press
but
on
that's
top.
for a pumpkin pie. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So that's pie dough. Are there any, if there's any questions?
Yeah, ask away. Here, you want the dough scraper?
Yeah. So we're going to mix up our homemade rolls, and it won't take but a second to get this mixed up. And then we're going to come back later and show you how we make our crescent rolls into little
And we're
turkeys.
doing this really fast. In a cooking class tonight, we're getting way more.
This morning I was talking so slow. I'm such a fast person. I have one pace, which is fast. And for some reason I've been talking slow, and I don't know why. It's probably because I'm almost 40 years older than her. But anyway,
Okay, but we're just,
I hate that.
We're just showing this really fast because we don't want to take your whole day.
No.
But tonight in our cooking class and that, they're getting way more tips and tricks and everything. Yummy, by the way, I bought one of those hot chocolate makers. Yeah.
Yay.
Hey, by the way,
ordered hers.
I finally ordered mine this morning. I thought I was gonna find one.
But we never did. We couldn't find it.
And we could never do it. And so I'm so dumb. I've waited a year to buy that.
Okay.
Anyways, you're gonna love it. It's so fun. The patching was great, real life. Yeah, exactly. These guys are scary.
They're so scary.
They're
You never know what's
scary.
going to happen. Okay, so we're going to mix up our rolls. We've used so many bowls, so we're going to start with this one. So to do our homemade rolls that we've been making for 40 years, forever. Oh, everything's so old because I'm so old. Okay, so we're going to add 3 eggs. And I do like to put my eggs in a separate bowl often, just because if you do get the eggshell and you've got something else in there, it's a pain. So we can see now, okay, we don't have any eggshells.
Someone said, been
We'll
dying
pour
to
in.
ask you for years, when you double bread recipes, do you double yeast?
Of course. Yes, of course. Okay, 3 eggs, a half a cup of canola oil. Now, we know that we have some followers that say, canola oil. They would much rather use butter. Just use butter. Just use a half a stick of butter, or which is a half a cup. A half a stick is a half a cup, or use canola oil. Why do we use canola oil? What I found is that it makes the rolls softer, and it gets them to brown quicker as well. And we were just super into soft rolls, I think forever. Okay, a half a cup of canola oil, and a half a cup of sugar. Okay, then we're just gonna mix this together. Actually, oftentimes I use
Okay, the hot chocolate maker
yes.
we found on Amazon. If you literally type in, just DM me after Amazon. Yeah, it was Amazon. Didn't I say Amazon? I don't know what I just said.
The whisk is actually better for the beginning.
DM me whoever that was earlier, or Miller Picks. DM me and I'll give you the direct link to buy it.
Okay, then what we have this sitting here, so we're ready to go with our eggs, our canola oil, our sugar. Now we're going to go over, and I'm going to get some warm water. Lizzie, why don't you do that for me?
I'm loving the jam roll up.
Okay, go over and do. Lizzie, there's no way to turn this over there, is there? No. Okay, so Lizzie's getting some warm water, and I like how she explains often that she does it as though when she's testing her baby's bottle or her baby's bath. We don't want any water over 120 degrees. That's going to kill the yeast. Of course you can use cold water doing yeast, but it's just going to take longer for it to come up. So we like a warm water, which is going to activate the yeast now when we need it. So we want anything from about 100 to 115 degrees. That's what I like to tell
How much?
most people, from about 100 to 115. So just about a third a cup, Lizzie, of water, of warm water. And then this is the yeast that we like to get at Costco. Been getting it at Costco since it's been around, or Sam's Club.
And some of you have said that you can't find that yeast at your Costco. And there's two different Costcos that are by me. One had it and one didn't. So I think just try different locations, because this whole bag is $4 and it will last you for a long time. It's such a good deal, and it's our favorite yeast.
It's so good. So we're just adding, just give that a stir, Lizzie, and put something on it. We're just adding a couple of tablespoons of yeast, just like we did. A lot of you say, can you use instant yeast? And a lot of you do, which is great, and that's fine. You
just give it a little bit of a stir, like we said. Don't stir too much.
Yeah.
And then let me get the plate.
We have 1 cup of milk, which has already been scalded and cooling, so it's ready to go. So I wanted you to make sure to see the yeast, and we'll let you know when the yeast is ready to go. And then we'll just...
Okay, so while this is waiting, well, wait, should we wait till it totally, and then we'll answer some questions?
No, let's start answering questions now while the yeast comes up.
We've had some questions, so I'm going to ask them right now to my mom and see what she says. Okay? Okay, well, somebody asked for help with yeast, but we've tried to answer that.
Are there any other questions with
Some
yeast?
say they can't get it to, foam.
Why do you need to scald yeast and then cool?
No, scald the milk.
We're scalding milk, not yeast. We're never scalding yeast.
She scalds it in the microwave. She scalds the milk in the microwave.
For like 2 minutes. Every microwave's different, but about 2 minutes.
Look, this is my tip about the yeast. My tip is that there's sometimes, for some reason, your yeast is going to foam like crazy. Like, it will just start coming like crazy. And sometimes it doesn't, but you can see that it's kind of starting. And it's fine. It's fine. You guys don't need to stress, because sometimes you've seen that my yeast is going nuts, and you're like, well, mine doesn't look like that, but it doesn't always do that.
Oftentimes, the recipes call for sugar. We add a teaspoon of sugar to our yeast, and that helps it to bubble up, get going faster. But right now, we're not adding anything, and look how it's already coming up. Can you see that? It's already coming
not
up.
really great. I don't know.
Because Lizzie, you did the water really good.
I have the water
You
perfect.
got it down.
I have it
You
down.
got it down.
Okay, now listen. How do you pick your meat besides chicken? Somebody wants to know that.
So what kind of meat? Like a roast? If we
She
have
says roast and
if we have round roast or rump roast or top sirloin or filet mignon or whatever we're doing, just go to the butcher and say to him, this is what the recipe is suggesting. What do you suggest? If they don't have it under that name. All around the country, we will go into meat markets or grocery stores, and they will be calling their cuts of meat a different name. Because for some reason in that region or area, they're used to calling a cut of meat differently. But just ask the butcher, he'll say, oh yeah, oh, that's like a round roast. Okay, come here. But how do we look at it? We just want to make sure that, and ask the butcher, is this a fresh, good cut of meat?
okay.
Also,
good.
go by the price. Also go by the price a lot.
Why do you love kamut so much?
Oh my goodness. Get it
Say
out.
it
Lizzie.
fast. Say it fast.
It's in there. Okay, fast. I love kamut because, oh my goodness, I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. I love the color of it. I love, it's way back in the back corner. In the back corner, right? Down one, Lizzie. I brought kamut and kamut flour to Lizzie's because I'm supposed to make her some bread before I leave. This is my new passion, besides our French salt. Well, we have lots of new passions. But kamut, and give me the grain, please. It's in there too. I love everything about this flour. I want to, I have an amazing...
Okay, go faster.
Okay, I have amazing bread that I eat it every single day. I can't eat anything else.
Okay, how do you grind it?
Okay, you need a wheat grinder. This is what is different about kamut. It's more yellow in color. It's a bigger wheat than actually the red hard wheat that we're usually using. I love the taste. It has 40% more protein than most of our whole grains here, like such as whole wheat. It's an ancient grain, so it hasn't been modified in any way. It's better on gluten-free. It's so delicious.
Where can you buy it? Where can you buy it?
I buy mine right now from the Bosch store. I hope in the near future to be able to be selling it myself on my site, along with all of my ideas for kamut, because I believe it's the most healthy and the most nutritional and
well, I googled
tastes
it
the best,
and
everything.
And that Bob, is it Bob Mills?
Yes, they have it.
He
And
has
so does
it,
King
and
Arthur.
it's expensive.
Yes,
but
King Arthur has it. It's very expensive. King Arthur has it. But let me give you a little secret about it. It's sort of known as King Tut, they think, used it. And also Noah, they think he took it on the ark. It's amazing. So it goes so far back.
Can you grind it in a blender?
No, you need a wheat grinder. You'll have to purchase a wheat grinder. You'll have to spend a little bit of money on it, but it will be well worth it. It's well worth it. Whenever I do a class or a presentation, I take my kamut bread. Everybody gets to taste it because nobody's tasted it before. I've been using it for a long time now, but it's something I really want to get out there.
Okay, what tips do you have for working families that have to come home and make dinner?
Yeah, well, I think we touched on that a bit the other day, but basically, when you're cooking, say on Monday, you need to look at your meal plan, your menu for the next day, and start prepping for the next day. You can actually have the meal half done, and then maybe by the time you get home from work, if you've got older children, you can say, hey, put the baked potatoes in. Hey, finish the sauce by doing this. At least get the ovens turned on. Also, you can help yourself by cooking by roasting a couple of chickens on the weekend, or baking a ham, or doing a roast, anything like that.
Or freezing some of our meals, how to do that.
Or making freezer meals, preparing the meals. Anything can be frozen. Did you know mashed potatoes can be frozen? Did you know cooked pasta can be frozen? I've frozen everything before. You use your freezer as a pantry. And someday we can show how to do that.
Yeah, we will.
Because using your freezer as a pantry, it's such a lifesaver. It saved me my whole life.
Do you use all kamut in the bread recipe or partial with wheat, with white wheat?
Right. Yes, I do that. Yes. I'm experimenting with every way with kamut right now. But yes, I do oftentimes use partial white with partial kamut. I said to take my yummy bread recipe, which Shauna had given me years and years ago. And anyway, I put half kamut in that. Yes, you can use partial kamut. You can use all kamut. It's amazing. You'll never go back.
Do you get that she loves it? We are passionate about kamut.
And it's the number one thing I'm working on right now.
Okay, it's her favorite thing. Okay, proceed with the
the French salt.
And the French salt. Okay, proceed.
Okay.
Oh, your sister Jan is on.
Oh, hi Jan. Okay, so this is good to go right now. Lizzie,
yeah, looks
can you
great.
see that?
Yep.
Okay, so first we're going to add our milk. Okay, we already have everything else in there.
So you wait till it's cooled down.
Yes, wait till the milk is cool.
Oh
and then
my
we'll add our
gosh, you two
yeast.
together makes me laugh.
Then we'll add our yeast. Okay, and then we'll add our flour. 4 to 5 cups of flour. So Lizzie, why don't you go ahead and stir that? Or can you stir it and,
Yep,
you know.
yep.
So 4 to 5 cups flour. Now, what about using kamut in this? Of course, you could.
Really?
Yes, you can
Oh.
substitute whole wheat for flour.
Okay, go.
There's 3 cups. It just takes less. When you're using any whole grain, you use less flour.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm not specialized in kamut yet. That's one thing I'm not.
Okay. But
She's the kamut master. Oh, whoa.
Okay.
Oh, whoa.
We don't like to get this roll dough to...
All of these are freaking arm
sticky.
workouts.
Okay, go.
I joined late. What are you making today? Okay, so we just showed you a pie. This will all say, but now we're showing the rolls.
And we're
She
going to
is famous for these rolls. Tell her the one story that the resort called you and they served it at their resort.
Oh, the one in Alaska?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's different cooking. Well, actually, there's different expeditions that go on up in Alaska, and there was a chef up there, and he actually started using my theme nights because, you know, every week he would get a new batch of 50 or 60 people, and he called me and he said, do you care if I just ran onto your cookbooks? Can I do this? Do you care if I do this? And I said, no, are you kidding? I said, I'm trying to get every old folks home because I don't think they feed their people that great. I'm trying to get even school cafeterias to follow my meal plan because it's so healthy and it's a good variety of food. And so he called me back and he said, oh my goodness, it's working amazing because everybody that's here for a week sees the menu when they come in and they know exactly what they're going to be eating. Italian, Mexican, comfort, pizza. So, and then he said, I'm serving your rolls every single day. He said, because if the kids are funny, at least they eat the rolls.
Okay.
And the butter. Okay.
Somebody
so
said, why do you scald the milk?
We need a little more
flour.
flour.
Why do you scald the milk?
Why do we scald the milk? Because it gives it a better flavor and texture. And I think the warmth of the milk adds to the rising power. Okay, that's good. Let's show them. Because we don't want to overmix. We've got too small of a bowl here because all of our other bowls are being used. Everything is full. But this is about as sticky as we want it. Whenever I go into homes, come into your homes, and the main thing everybody wants to know.
We're getting a question. What? Oh, sorry, what?
Okay, is how to make bread or rolls or something. I show you up close and personal how sticky the roll dough should be. You don't want to get too much flour. If you do, your rolls won't be soft enough. Okay, now we're just going to cover this.
Love you guys. You two are the cutest. And then someone said, you two are the cutest. Do you talk to each other every day? Moms are the best. Yes. We talk to each other every day. And there's 3 other sisters, just so you know.
And we're going
and
all
they're
day
just
long
as
every
crazy,
day.
and we all talk all day, every day.
Okay, Lizzie.
But I might be the craziest, and she's the craziest.
Lizzie, get just a towel, a clean towel, and put over this, or you can spray plastic wrap and put over the top. Whatever you want.
Okay, go faster.
We're going to come back in a minute and show you how we roll the rolls out because they have to rise now.
And you're twins, somebody
So
said.
we'll come back in a minute and we'll roll the rolls out. Well, not a minute, a few hours. Yes, we're going to roll the rolls out for them and show them how we make our turkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
for Thanksgiving.
But I don't know if that's going to be alive. I don't know.
Well, we'll see. We'll figure that out. Lizzie will figure that out. She's in charge of all this. I have no idea how all of this works. I really want to show you my turkey because I think my turkey's amazing. But we can't show you before the class. So maybe tomorrow.
Oh my.
questions?
Does anybody else have stuff they would like to
Do you
see for
want to
Thanksgiving?
answer any of those questions that we had?
Well, we've answered a lot.
Okay.
Somebody for Thanksgiving said, help me with my mashed potatoes. They become too sticky.
Okay. So go to page 199 in our second book. That's actually coq au vin from France. That's a recipe. But Chef Jean-Louis showed me how to make amazing
In this one.
mashed potatoes. And ever since he did, I've been doing it. Basically, well, we'll take you through the steps, but it's potatoes and cream and butter and 1/4 cup frozen corn. Oh, I've never tasted potatoes this good. We serve them every Thanksgiving, but we also serve them with our coq au vin, and it's delicious.
Okay, somebody ordered the new book. They're really excited. Yay, you're going to love. Show us how to make good stuffing. That's 2 people. They said their stuffing turns into mush.
Okay, that's something that we're doing tonight in the cooking class, and I'd love to show you. We have both kinds of stuffing in our book. We have sage and cornbread. We're doing cornbread tonight because, it's so dreamy. And we need to show that. And
Okay, somebody said with the rolls, can you switch out canola oil to coconut oil or use some other oil?
Sure. Canola oil we like to use in most baking because it has no taste. And it's, on the internet, they tell you good and bad and everything about canola oil, but I've been using it for so long and I love it. Of course, my main oil that I use is olive oil. And you can even use olive oil, but it changes the flavor of the rolls.
Somebody just said, I think I've been doing your rolls wrong. I've been getting the dough to pull away from the sides when adding flour, but after watching you, I think I've been adding too much flour.
Yes,
you are keeping your dough kind of sticky.
I know when we wrote the recipe, I know that my editor was really concerned because she wanted everybody to be able to make these rolls. And so we said just to add 5 cups of flour, and 5 cups of flour is great. But what we found is from region to region, the flours are different and the weather's different. And so we don't always need to add the 5 cups. We didn't add 5 cups today. We're here in Colorado. It's super dry here as well. But somewhere like California, you're going to need to add it all.
Made your spaghetti last night. Was delicious. Have loved all the recipes. I've tried. Ordered the books a couple of days ago.
I can't wait to show you my Italian lasagna. It's made with bechamel.
It's the best
amazing
thing there is. I'm sorry. I come in like, okay, then somebody said, I love a good cornbread stuffing.
Oh, well, our cornbreads, we have 2 cornbreads in our first book. We have buttermilk cornbread from the South, and then we have our northern style cornbread. It's like eating cake.
It's like cake.
It's like cake.
It's like eating cake.
It's
oh my
amazing.
gosh. Like, it is legit the best thing you will ever put in your mouth.
But
with like a honey butter.
Or anything, just butter. What we're using, or honey, or just honey. What we're using tonight is our buttermilk in our cornbread dressing that I learned to make in Texas. Amazing recipe.
Fabulous.
From the South. Texas, not all the way to the South, but I sort of claim it. I also lived in Georgia, had a baby in Georgia, and we have Southern roots too.
Okay, well, what else do you want to talk about?
Southern, Eastern. Oh, I don't know. Does anybody have any questions? We'll let you go. We could go on forever, but we know we need to
Well, do you
stop.
think we showed enough? Are you happy with it?
Did everybody get the pie? Or should we do it one more time?
Yeah.
No, I think we got it done. Okay.
I'm going to say anything out.
Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to show the turkey what? Not in a live.
Probably you're just going
And
to take
just
pictures
some
of
stories tomorrow. Sorry, so is this cooking class you're doing later or it will be live also? No, it's not going to be live. It's going to be later, but we're not doing it as a live.
No, it won't be live tonight. I've been able to make almost all of your recipes gluten-free for years. Great. Are you using my favorite gluten-free cup for cup? It's so fine. It's so great. It's from Williams-Sonoma Cup for Cup. I found it years ago, and I've told all my gluten-free people all about it. It's my favorite flour. I'm sure there's some great ones.
She said yes. Sorry we're not showing our cooking class live. We've got to give attention to the people that are coming to the class. So that's why we're trying to see, what do you want right now? Come to Arizona and do a class. Love you guys.
Oh,
so nice.
I've been to Arizona so many times and done so many classes. I love it down there.
Is your lasagna with bechamel sauce in your cookbook?
Yes, it's in the first cookbook.
It's to die for. It's to die for.
We have all kinds. We've got everything. We cover everything in 2 cookbooks, over 400 recipes, and a lot of the recipes in the second book, everything in the first cookbook is what I've cooked my whole life. Also some things in the second book I've also cooked my whole life, but we've added in more international recipes in the second book, and well, our desserts, we saved back a lot of our desserts from the first book, and we've added those to the second.
When
and we've also added
showing
sandwiches.
The hot chocolate life. Oh yeah, the Mexican hot chocolate.
That'll be for Christmas.
We're running out of time, people. She is only here for like 2 days, basically, and we're running out of time. Yeah, she probably meant the Mexican hot chocolate.
We're doing a Mexican hot chocolate.
We're going to show you the Mexican hot chocolate. It will be really good for the holidays.
Yeah, that's not for morning. That's for a party or dessert. The next hot chocolate that we're going to show you, I would never get up to that every morning. It's so rich and incredible. It's for a dessert, or dessert for a party, or
gosh, we're getting so many nice comments. Somebody said, tell everybody you can watch the videos on Facebook. Yeah, I'm posting all of these lives, thank you, on our Facebook so that you can go back, because it deletes after 24 hours on Instagram. Anyways, I hope you're learning something, and people, what?
Tell everyone.
Which I might join just to reach specific. Yes. Watch.
Okay.
Thank you. I hope you learned something. We're just trying to give you a little tidbit of something, but start getting prepared for Thanksgiving. She's the Thanksgiving master. That's why we're doing a class. What else do you want to say about it? Really. What else do you want to say? Or we're just done.
I love Thanksgiving. I just love it. It was always my most favorite holiday. It really was. I mean, Christmas is so special. I love Christmas, of course. But Thanksgiving, it was all about the food.
Someone would love a good chocolate cream pie recipe.
Oh, chocolate cream pie? We actually don't have one in our book, but I'm sure we could find you one. But actually, I love Thanksgiving because it was all about the food and all about the presentation. And oftentimes we've had, oh my word, how many people? 60 plus people.
Many. No, way more than that.
Oh,
yeah.
more than that.
Hundreds. Our cousins,
yes, everybody for Thanksgiving, and it's just such a big spread. But now everybody's helping me, so I don't have to do it all by myself.
Yeah. So we'll show you the roll later, okay? The rolls later. I'm Canadian, so we had turkey at the beginning of October.
Oh. Nice.
Love it all.
It's such a great tradition that our country has. When we were living overseas, we even celebrated it over there. And a lot of Europeans also like to celebrate it. Actually, you know what, Lizzie? When I was there, do you know what I got?
What?
A pheasant.
What?
Yes.
Where?
I think it was a pheasant. Yes. I went to the store to get a turkey.
In Canada?
No,
Oh.
in Germany. Was it a pheasant? I think it was a pheasant. Anyway, oh my word, it was amazing. If it wasn't a pheasant,
Okay. Just found you a couple weeks ago. Love you so much. You've helped me so much. Look forward to your videos. That's so nice. Did your kids cook with you when you were little? Sometimes it's fun and sometimes it's more stressful.
Yes, both of those. Sometimes when I was so busy, okay, you guys do your homework. I'm gonna cook. All the girls were so much help. David was really great at pizza dough. He was cooking for his football team and basketball, whatever. Brent and Joey, not so much, but all of the girls were cooking all the time. And Lizzie, being the youngest, I would be on a trip or someplace, and she'd be telling me, hey, I've got all my friends here for dinner. Girls. They were girls that she was cooking for at 11 and 12, and she was mostly having mostaccioli and French baguettes, weren't you?
Yep.
Every time I called home, it seemed like there were other kids there at home with her, but she was the cook because they were either running in and out from college or in high school. I think Amy was still in high school, but you were still cooking. But yes, all the girls cook all the time, and they all cook just like Lizzie does, every single day.
Listen, I know she's my mom, but this isn't the reason I'm just passionate about it. I actually really do live by it. And I tell you this all the time, the recipes and just the plan and her philosophy and the whole thing, I really believe in it. It's not just because she's my mom. Yes, it's like I love it because she's my mom, but you know how after you leave the house and it's like, do you really do what you've learned? And it's like, we all do. So that's why I'm just like, no, everybody is going to hear about it and hear us, even if we're annoying or not. And we're going to show you that you can do this. So anyways, it's what we want to do. It's a lifestyle. This is what we want to show you. Anyways.
I wrote my books, Lizzie, because I wanted to help young moms.
We keep telling the same
I know,
things.
but we get so many different followers. I wanted to help young moms. That's why I wrote my books. I wanted to help them figure out how to put dinner on the table, know what they were cooking by 4 o'clock, using a meal plan so that they could go to the store and save a ton of money. This is how I made my bills.
Yes, but all of your comments and everything is motivating us to keep going, okay? Because I guess that, her cookbook has now been out for a while. The first one's been out for 10 plus years. So people are like, oh my gosh, we love you. This is working for us. And so that's what's giving me more motivation to do this even more.
Well, Lizzie, I went to Texas. And I was down there doing a book signing not terribly long ago. And some friends from like 35 years ago ran up to me and they said, Liz, remember when you taught us your meal plan all those hundreds of years ago? And I'm like, yes. And they said, our daughters are doing it now. And so they ended up coming and seeing me, and it was really fun.
Yes, it's so nice. Are there books in the future?
It's just easy.
Are there books in the future?
Easy. Are there what?
Books in the future.
It's so hard to write a book. Oh, I don't know if I have another book in me. Maybe Lizzie does.
I don't know.
Maybe she could, because Lizzie has a new take on doing all of this. I think I love your take. I love how quick, you're super fast. You're I'm super fast.
It can be story time for one subject for 1 hour. So I'm trying to speed it up. We don't want to lose your attention.
But she's so young.
But she does so great.
She's so young, and she can show the young people that it can be done. Okay, everybody, we're signing off. See you later.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back. I'm gonna show them how to roll the.
Okay.
We gotta get ready.